How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be smoking some baby back ribs. These are a little leaner, so I tend to sauce these more often than not. They do have a tendency to dry out. You have to be a little careful. Spare ribs, never really had that problem. How to dry, remove the membrane, binder if needed, and then season, and then we're gonna throw them in smoke. Save pellets and woods and those stuff. Once you wrap, I just throw it in the oven. Once you wrap in full, there's no more smoke getting to it, in my experience. I typically go by color, look, and feel. Sauce it up if you want at the end. Let it tack up. Keep it pretty simple. Let's get it out of the package. Let all them juices come back out of there. Stay in the bag, in the trash. You want the thickest and meatiest you can find. Sometimes you'll find some, there's not really much. You'll see a lot of like just bare open faced bones on the top. Those are really lean, and those bones will tend to just overcook and get dry as all hell. These got a little bit of fat on top, really thick and meaty. We're gonna pat it dry real quick. So sometimes you'll get these random flaps and stuff. So you could try to lay this out, but it's probably gonna curl up and just get burned. So I like to just remove this kind of stuff. Right over here, really thin, skinny bone over here. The membrane's already pulled off and there's not much meat on it. Butter knife right through the middle, pick it up, peel. And that should be able to get this off in one clean pull. So pull through and pull through. Mustard and sriracha. This is gonna act as your binder, keep the seasoning on. Don't go too heavy though. Just a little bit goes a long way. So whenever you're seasoning these, if you're going for pictures or just to look nice at your barbecues, season this first, then flip and go real heavy. If you season the top first and you flip it over, all that rub's gonna get smeared off. 2 ribs a day, homemade salt, pepper, garlic, and then Sucklebusters hog waller. Good combination on most anything. Kind of a light layer of this, and then I can go heavy on the other one. This stuff always makes me sneeze. All seasoned up. We're gonna throw this in the fridge for a couple hours. We're gonna go make a grocery run for the week. Got the Pit Boss smoking at 250 using hickory pellets, I believe. 2.5, 3 hours till it's got the color and bark I want. I'll spritz every hour or so with apple cider vinegar and Worcestershire sauce. Might have actually pronounced that right for once. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on. About 3 hours on the smoke. Nice color on there. Bark is good. Wipe test, if you swipe off, there's no rub, you're good. And typically when I start seeing like kind of cracks forming in the bark, it's pretty much good to go to wrap for me. I mean, you can let it ride the whole way through, but I like to wrap and speed things up a little bit. Here's that test rib. This is probably done by now. Let's see if it's tender enough. Good. If you're doing individual, I'd check on them about 2 hours, 2.5. A little dry. It tastes really good though. We're gonna wrap this in foil. Keep it pretty traditional. Usually it's brown sugar, butter, honey, barbecue sauce, that kind of thing. We're gonna keep it pretty simple. 2 layers of aluminum foil. Like that. Just wrap it up. Into the fridge for about 1.5 hours, and then we're gonna start checking for probe tenders. Don't really care about temp. If it's probe tender and it looks good, it feels good in your hand, I don't really care about temp too much on ribs. So, into the oven at 275. 6:30 now, put it on about 1, so about 5.5 hours in. So I'm gonna check for probe tenderness and kind of see how it's looking. Bendy. May not be 100% there, but we're getting close. You have a probe thermometer, take it out. Just poke it through, same thing. Should feel like a hot knife through warm butter, no resistance. If there's any like, a little bit of push, then it's not ready yet. Good, good, good. Yeah, not. About another 15-20 minutes, we'll check again, then we'll sauce. Everything feels nice and tender. We're gonna flip it over, put a little glaze of barbecue sauce. We're using that Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce I used for the pulled pork video. Throw it back in the oven for about 10 minutes or so. Just gonna let the barbecue sauce just kind of tack up. Middle rib. A couple of these small ones almost always get overcooked. Like this right here, like I pick it up and the bones just come out like that. I see like bones not falling off. Good smoke ring all around. This is why you go personally pick out your baby backs. Get the really thick ones. Let's see how the bite goes. Pretty good cooked rib. Really good flavor. That Sucklebusters is great on there. A little bit of pepper, but really tasting that Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce in there right now, so. If your ribs don't look like this when you're done eating a thin meal, they weren't very good. Amazing ribs. Definitely gonna make these again. If you like these kind of videos, like, comment, subscribe for more. We'll see you next time.